Hi guys, and welcome to your full body class. Today's class will be primarily on a reformer, and what we'll do is we'll cut in with a little bit of suspension training as well. For some of you guys, this will be your first lesson. So welcome to Ultimate Pilates, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, for this next segment guys, I want you to grab your reformers and I want you to incline them round about the middle. If you feel a little bit stronger, you can go a little bit higher, and if it's your first time or you're a beginner, you can go a little bit lower on this one. We want to be roughly round about the middle as far as the incline is concerned. For this exercise, I'm sitting on my reformer carriage. I've got my feet and knees together and I'm sitting side on, straight back. And what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to go into the sprinkler move. So using my soft cables, I'm going to drive straight across and come back. This is my rest. Squeeze across and come back. I'm drawing a straight line parallel with the floor. What I'm going to do with my second exercise, I'm going to go into my brace position right there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to tilt and back, drawing a small letter C. So I'm trying to get my elbow to my hip bone and straight back. I want to try and make minimal movement in my lower body, just like that. Your turn to try it. Okay, we're starting with the sprinkler, so we're going to keep driving that through. You can see the arms are soft straight, and I'm keeping them at the same angle throughout the technique. Now, a good way to do this, you can focus by looking at your hands the whole time. We're going to push through. We're going to get those striations happening in the serratus region. And change. Brace, and let's go to those oblique tilts. You notice my hands are in a perfect brace position. They're locked up right up against my chest, so I don't have to think about my hands. Squeezing right through. This is just like an ab crunch for your obliques. We've got 10 seconds to go, Josh, and we're going to switch straight back into the sprinkler. And switch them up, go. Nice steady pace. I'm keeping that pace the whole time. 45 seconds. We've got 20 seconds left, Josh. Let's keep pushing. And one more round of the oblique tilt. Get back into that brace position, set it up, and let's go. So this is going to replace those love handles with some hard obliques. "20 seconds to go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, now we're doing the sprinkler, but just on the other side. You want to make sure you're training both sides equally. Driving right through, making sure I'm drawing those horizontal lines with my soft straight arms. 15 seconds to go on this one, Josh. Let's keep pushing. Five seconds. And into your brace position. Let's get straight into those tilts. Got around 15 seconds left. Keep that same form and let's keep pushing. No movement in the lower body at all. 5 seconds and let's change it up. Go. We're halfway there. Keep the pace up. Same pace throughout the whole set. Squeeze. This is your rest point, so you take advantage of that split second rest at the back and squeeze for the next repetition. 5 seconds to go. And switch them up. Let's go. Constantly reaching to get my elbow to my hip bone, and it's going to complete the technique for me. "15 seconds to go. Two more reps. And time to rest. Okay, for this next exercise, guys, we're working our pullover crunches with our knee raises in our 100th position. We're going to use the same hard cables. I want you guys to watch. So from here, I'm going to go straight into my 100s, straight into my 100s from here. And what we'll do is we're going to work our knees straight to the chest, in and in. And you can see from here, I've got my head raised and I'm protecting my back. My hands are in my 100th position and they're not moving. For the second exercise, I'm going to work my pullovers. Working my pullovers, I'm lifting my head into a crunch, just this way. Nice and steady. I'm allowing my head to rest at the back, keeping the arms soft straight the whole time. I'm not hitting the bottom of the carriage. I'm working within the reformer range. Let's go. Good, so we're working the pullover, but we're lifting the head up and adding a crunch to it. Perfect, just like that. Just keep it a nice steady technique. That's it. Let's keep working through. Now you guys can see as Josh is pulling this one through, he's really accenting that lift and really squeezing the abs. Perfect, just like that. We've got 10 seconds to go. Now we're going to hold up our 100th position. So let's hold, and what we're going to do is we're going to bring our knees straight to the chest. So let's go straight to the chest and straight out. Back to the chest. You got to hold that position. Hold those arms nice and strong, just like that. Let's see if we can pull it right through to the chest and out. Now if you're finding this technique really difficult to push out, you can start to push at a little bit of a higher angle. That's going to make life a little bit easier, and it's going to take a little bit of the pressure off your back as well. Good. What I'm going to get you to do, I'm going to make a little correction here. So if you guys are doing this, I want you to actually lift your head. Now it's really emphasizing on the abdominals. And let's change. Good technique. Let's keep going. We've got about 15 seconds to go on this one. Okay, you guys ready to go back to that knee raise one last time? Let's get into your hundreds and go from here. Good job, we've got 30 seconds left. Keep fighting it. It's really hard the second time round. You're going to be inclined to break your form, but we're not going to do it. We're going to keep it going. Perfect, just like that, Marilyn. Controlled breathing and happy thoughts. That's what it's going to take. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, we're going to use our reformer for this exercise, and we're on our trapeze cables. We're going to do a 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock from a high position. I'm going to show you guys. So my head's in the nook. I'm going to pop my straps on, 1 and 2, and I'm going to go hold onto my rails from here and go right up into a 12 o'clock. So I'm nice and high on this one. Now I've got to keep myself balanced as I drop down to my 3 o'clock right there. Okay, and back to 12 o'clock. We're going to work one side first, okay? And after 45 seconds, we're going to switch it up. We're going to work the other side. Just like that. Okay, this one's a hard exercise, but I'm sure you guys will be fine. Work those 12 o'clock, 3 o'clocks, guys. Go this side first. Perfect. Try not to hit me in the face with it. Just the one side, so we're just working this side first. Just like that. Good. You want to try and keep your hip high the whole time on this exercise. Good, just like that, Marilyn. Perfect. Keep working through. Got to make sure these cables stay tight the whole time. Press against it. And if you're pressing up against this cable, it's going to help keep you lifted as well. 5 seconds to go. And change to the other side. Go. We're getting to that 3 o'clock, squeezing your adductors and bringing it back to 12 o'clock. Perfect. Now you'll have a tendency to drop your hip as you start to get tired. We're not going to do that. You can see Marilyn's keeping her hip perfectly straight. She's just about got a straight line between her shoulder and her ankle, which is perfect. Ten seconds to go. Good. And change side, let's go to the other side. Keep it up, we're not going to drop it. Keep working. Much harder the second time round. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just make a quick adjustment for you. Let's go from here, go. Keep it there. Perfect, so keep your toes dropping horizontally. There you go, much better. 15 seconds to go. Five seconds to go. and change legs. This is your last one, you get to rest after this one, go. Good job, you guys, nice and steady. Bring it down, nice and controlled, nice and steady, and work it back up. Good. We've got 20 seconds to go. Don't know how this looks to you guys, but it's a hard exercise. Five seconds to go, keep it steady. 3, 2, 1, return it and rest. Okay, for this exercise, we're going to use our trapeze cables. We're going to go into a 10-10 lift, and then we're going to do a closure. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So I'm going to set myself up. I'm going to make sure I'm nice and sturdy. I'm going to go into my 10 past 10, or a Y if you like. And from here, I'm going to lift straight up and dropping straight back down. Right up, squeezing everything nice and tight and dropping back down. Now to work the closures from here, I'm going to go right up, and from here I'm going to keep my knees out. I'm going to bring my feet, they're going to meet in the middle just like that. And I'm going to lift back, right out again, okay? So touching, meeting in the middle, keeping those hips high, and right back up to my Y. All right, let's get you guys to set yourselves up. It's time for you to try this exercise. Go. Good job, keep it steady, you guys are doing well. We've got 15 seconds to go. And one more lot of closures coming up. You guys ready? Lift right up, toes pointing out, hold that position and go from there. Good, so we're keeping the back nice and still, perfect. Good, see if you can meet those feet a little bit lower. Meet them up a little lower, yes, and get that full range. Got 20 seconds to go. Good, keep fighting through it. I know it's getting tiring now. Last one, and back into your 10-10 lifts, go. Good job, keep it steady, you guys are doing well. We've got 15 seconds to go. And one more lot of closures coming up. You guys ready? Lift right up, toes pointing out, hold that position and go from there. Good, so we're keeping the back nice and still, perfect. Good, see if you can meet those feet a little bit lower. Meet them up a little lower, yes, and get that full range. Got 20 seconds to go. Good, keep fighting through it. I know it's getting tiring now. Good, you've got to keep the cable tight, nice and tight. Last 5 seconds. Give me 2 good reps. And last one. And let's rest, guys. Good job. For this next exercise, we're going to work the guns. We're going to use our soft cable, and we're going to work on our reformer. I'm going to get back to this incline position. I'm gonna lie down. Now I'm using my soft cables, which mean my carriage doesn't move, so I'm gonna keep my feet planted on the floor. From here, I'm gonna work my bicep curls. You can see the elbows are staying by my side and they're tucked in. They're not moving, just like that. So for the second exercise, I'm gonna work my shrugs, I'm gonna work my circles, just like that. Your turn to try it, 45 seconds per exercise, and we'll repeat. Okay, let's hit those bicep curls. Keeping those elbows tucked in by your side. We want to make sure the wrists don't bend either. Keep them nice and straight. Let's go full range of movement. You're using some soft cables, so you're not going to damage yourself. Let's go to full range. Perfect, nice steady movement, well done. Now as you start to tire, you're going to have the tendency to lift your elbows. You're going to make sure you keep it locked in by your side, doesn't go anywhere, and pump those bicep curls. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go palm to palm down here. And let's work those circles. We're going to work those shrugs. Go. So you want to make sure your hand's not touching anything. Keep it here. There you go. You've got nothing to rest on now. Keep those elbows soft, straight. There's no movement in those elbows. It's just through the shoulders, just like that. 15 seconds to go before we switch it back up to the bicep curls. Good, keep fighting through it. And work your bicep curls now. Now if you get to that point where you can't do your bicep curls anymore because there's just too much tension there, what you can do is you can slide up slightly. I'm going to help Marilyn just a little. And if we hold that position, see, it's a lot lighter now. Nice and easy, right? Probably too easy for you. So we're going to push you straight back down. Let's work from there. Good. You don't get the luxury of any assistance, Josh. Keep pushing. We've got 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and change over. Straight into your shrug circles. Go. Good, make sure those elbows are staying nice and straight. $20 seconds to go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, for this next exercise, we're going to work our upright rows and we're going to work our lateral raise or T-raise if you like, using our soft cables on our reformer. I'm going to show you how. So lying down, firm grip so my carriage doesn't move, and I'm going to start with those upright rows, okay? You can see perfect movement with leading with the elbows straight up, just like that. And going into my T-raise, from here, lateral movement right up to a T and straight back down again, just like that. Keeping those elbows soft straight the whole time. I want to get you guys to try it now. Okay, let's start with those upright rows, guys. Go. So make sure those hands are pressed up against your chest and you're leading with your elbows. Good form, you guys, just like that. 15 seconds left. You guys are holding up your form nicely. 10 seconds to go. I'm going to move out of your way for your T-raise. And go. So you want to try and keep this one perfectly lateral. So lifting right up and straight back. This will be the same technique if you're using dumbbells or kettlebells. Keep working through it. Now if you get to that point where you think you can't do any more, this is a difficult exercise and it starts to get a little hard for you, we're going to do this. I'm going to get David, I'm going to get you to slide up slightly. Good. I'm going to hold it firm there and work from there. Go. That's going to make life a lot easier for you guys. 3, 2, 1. Back into your upright rows. Go. You still got to hold the carriage still though. Good, squeeze them through. Nice steady movement, leading with the elbows. "15 seconds to go, and we're going to hit those T-raises one more time. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straight into the T-raise. Go. Keep pushing. Now if you can't get to that T, you can slide up a little as well. "20 seconds to go. Keep fighting it. The shoulders are burning up at this point. The traps are burning up too. 10 seconds to go. Last rep, and rest, you guys. Okay, for this next segment, guys, we want to use a high incline on our reformers. So what we'll do is we'll adjust all the way to the top, a little bit lower if it's your first time or if you're not comfortable with it, but we want a high incline for the next bunch of exercises. Okay, for this exercise, we're going to use our reformer and we're going to work a different type of leg press. I want you guys to watch me. We're going to go into a V leg press, which basically means I'm creating a V with my feet, pushing off with my heels, and I've got my knees trying to point at either wall, okay? Just pushing out, just like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to combine this exercise with an isometric hold. So what I'll do is I'm going to go onto the ball of the foot, into my stiletto position, and I'm going to hold. I'm going to hold this position. I'm going to do each exercise for 45 seconds, and we're going to repeat, and we're going to hold with the other side. Your turn. Okay, let's start those V presses, guys. Go. Good, nice and steady, just like that. Now we're going to try and bring those knees even further out, so you can see the knees are pointing at either wall, and we've created a nice wide V using the footing, pushing off with the heels. Good, how's that feeling, guys? Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. We've got 45 seconds. We've got 15 seconds left. Keep pressing. And 5 seconds to go. Push, push, push. And change over. So we're going to go isometric on the ball of the foot, 1 foot. You want to keep your other foot in a pistol position just like that. Perfect. Let's hold that position halfway up and hold. Now you can see David's holding onto his handles. If your reformer doesn't have any handles, you can hold the bottom of the carriage the way Sarah's holding it. Keep holding. It's burning up the quadriceps a little bit. We've 10 seconds to go, keep holding. Doing an excellent job there, guys. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back into your V press, go. You can see full range of movement here. So we're gonna go all the way up, perfect. All the way down, but you're not gonna touch the end of the carriage. Keep working. Nice, steady movement. We're gonna keep consistent tempo throughout the exercise. 15 seconds to go on this one, guys. Keep pushing. Good form. Heads are nicely rested. And we're gonna change to our isometric. Hold now, go. Use the fresh leg. Hold it up and hold your position. Halfway up, so you can see we're halfway around. So we're perfectly in the middle. You wanna stay lying just down there. 90 degrees angle we're creating at the knee. So we're gonna try and maintain that. Maybe possibly a little bit higher, there you go, perfect. Let's hold it. We've got 20 seconds to go. Is that comfortable, David? Ten seconds. 5 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, for this next exercise, we're gonna use our reformer. We're gonna work our single leg presses. We're gonna do a hip raise with that. I want you guys to watch me. So, again, I like to have my foot in a pistol position, pushing off with the heel and driving it right through. You can rest your head for this one if you like. Just like that. And what I'm gonna do for the second exercise is I'm gonna go into a hip raise, but I'm gonna do it with both legs together. Feet and knees together. I'm gonna drive straight up, hit a straight line, and come straight back down. Really squeezing my hamstring and my glutes. Squeeze and down, touch the board, lift again. Your turn. Ready? Okay, ready guys? Let's go. Good, so pushing off with the heels. That's it. And you can see two different hand positions. So if your reformer has the handles, hold the handles the way Sarah's doing. And if your reformer doesn't have handles, then hold the bottom of the carriage. Let's work through. We've got 25 seconds left before we change over. Good, nice, full range, keep it going. Make sure you're pushing with the heel. Good, and if you find it difficult to push with the heel, what you can do is just go up a little. There you go, let's keep pushing. We've got 5 seconds before we change over to the hip raise. And change, guys. Feet together, lifting straight up. Good, touch and lift into that straight line. You want to make sure your carriage doesn't move for this exercise. We're going to try and keep it as stationary as possible. Good, nice, steady movement. Right up and dropping straight down. Good job. 15 seconds to go. You guys can see both the girls are hitting those straight lines before they drop their hips down. 5 seconds to go. And change to your single leg press off your fresh leg this time. Go. Good, keep pressing. So what I'm gonna do here, Sarah's got her foot in the pistol position, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come to Marilyn, I'm gonna change her over to a tabletop. There, I'm gonna keep going, keep pressing. So you can use whichever one you're most comfortable with. "15 seconds to go. Last 5 seconds, keep pushing. And change to your hip raise, go. Good, we want to make sure We're keeping our feet together, squeezing together. Squeeze your knees together. Let's try and use the adductors while we're using our hamstrings and glutes as well. Good, keep fighting it. It's getting difficult at this point. You don't have long left to go. 20 seconds. Good, keep using that range. Last 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, we're going to use our reformer for this exercise, and I'm going to lie side on. Now, once I set myself up, I'm going to use my bottom leg to work my adductors. So from here, I'm going to squeeze straight up and down. Now the trick here is not to go too far out there. I want to stay here so that when I lift, I want to make sure my adductors are squeezing against each other, just like that. Okay, squeeze and back. What I'm going to do to complement this exercise, so I'm going to work abductions. So from here, I'm going to work my lateral leg raise. So from here, I'm going to lift straight up and straight down, keeping my form, just like that. We're going to do that for 45 seconds on each side. Your turn to try it. Okay, let's start with our adductor leg raise, guys. Go. Good, make sure you're keeping that straight line, and make sure as you start to tire out, you want to make sure the leg you're using doesn't go too far forward. Make sure you're squeezing those thighs together. Good, keep your form and keep your line. So I want you guys to take a good look at yourself and make sure you're holding a straight line. I'm going to just move you just over a little right there, David. Good. Ten seconds to go. How's that for you, Sarah? Nice and comfortable? And let's change to your lateral leg raise. Straight up, go. Good, I want you guys to be conscious of your line. You're keeping your straight line the whole time. Now what'll happen as you start to tire, those leg raises are going to become shorter and shorter. We want to make sure they don't. You want to try and hit the same spot every time. Five seconds to go. And let's change sides. I'm going to get you guys to turn around. You're facing me, David. You're facing away from me, Sarah. Let's hit that straight line first. Good, pull that bottom leg out. Look for your straight line and go from there, go. Good, as much range as you can get out of it. Squeeze those thighs together, perfect. Fifteen seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your feet together, get your straight line, and go into your lateral raise, go. Keep working, we've got 20 seconds to go. Now if you're not happy with your pear shape, this is the perfect exercise. We're hitting that right spot. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Well done guys, you got through your exercises for this session. I'd like you guys to turn your attention to your in-house instructor who's going to give you 3 minutes worth of stretches now.